birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns. On the visitor sideline, the Dolphins head coach. His team in desperate need of a win before this season gets away from them. 0-4 to start. On the other side, it is the head coach of the Browns. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, set to get this one started. And off we go from Huntington Bank Field. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. They'll be led out by the quarterback who was the number 2 overall pick back in 2021 coming out of BYU. It's Zach Wilson.
I don't think there's any way around it, Mike. I mean, this has been a disastrous start for this season. I know their expectations were clearly higher than how things have played out. At this point in the season, you just need to get a win. However it comes, whatever it looks like, you've got to change the energy in that building because the only way to learn how to win in the NFL is to win.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Williams. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Nick Emanwari is there to make the play. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now Wilson. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
Defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. 3rd and 2. Here we go. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on 3rd down, that number just goes up.
On 4th down, here comes Jack Fox to kick it away. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Is that make sense to you?
Absolutely, and the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action. Quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points is to generate explosive plays. Get a bunch of yardage all at one time because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw the ball downfield. So it became a very pass-heavy league, and then now defenses had to answer. The days of the big defensive tackles, the 260-pound Mike linebackers, everyone now on the field had to be able to defend space and defend the pass, and there was a lot more air on the field created by the defenses. So now, as a result, the offenses are saying, okay, we're throwing into all these bad looks, all these teams playing dime, multiple defensive backs. We're now going to take advantage of smaller bodies on the field, and we're going to run the ball at you. So the way I like to classify it is, Mike, offenses aren't running the ball more because they want to. Offenses are running the ball more because defenses are encouraging them to do that and saying, I dare you to run the ball 40 times this game and generate enough big plays to score enough points to beat me.
It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So, not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. A handoff as they try to run it here. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Jalen McMillan. Touchdown, Miami. That his 2nd TD catch of the season.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He'll start at the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Browns offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7 0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Micah Fitzpatrick up to make the stop. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A pickup of 14 on that ball. It's a Browns 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And he'll get about 5. We'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 47.
They'll go again with Hall. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it here, and not much there. Good defense, held to no gain. An unbalanced look to the left here on 1st down. Give up the middle with Hall. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Jamian Sherwood there to meet him. From the 46. Here's 2nd and 8. Now, faking the give. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. First run of the game here with Zach Charbonnet. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. One quarter in the books. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Start of the second. Browns in control of the football. 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. First down, they'll keep it on the ground, and here's Charbonnet. Peel it forward for maybe a yard. Micah Fitzpatrick up to make the stop. From the 20, here's 2nd and 9.
At the 20-yard line.
Back to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. It's 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. He'll swing this one out to Hall. And this is not going to do the trick. Unable to get back to the line of scrimmage. And it leads to 4th down.
For the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
York's kick is good. And the Browns are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6. But he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. Charbonnet is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. That is a dream scenario. The offense can't get the ball 1st and goal. And Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
York, good on the extra point. And the Browns are on top. It's now 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll get forward for about a yard. That's Yaya Diaby with the tackle. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Out of the gun, It's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Jalen McMillan, the one he was looking for there. And it's going to be 4th down. Here's Austin McNamara now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
17-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
Now they'll set up to throw. Downfield, got him, and he's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It is a big play for the Browns. An even 40 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this just shows how special he can be.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd down in 8 yards.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got his tight end. It's Loveland. It's a gain of 19 in the air. 1st down, Cleveland.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball, winning on 3rd down.
And now whistles as the challenge flag is out, and this last play will be reviewed. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. They'll look to throw yet again. He'll look underneath for Hall. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. They'll run here, and it's Charbonnet. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
He pulls it in around the 5. And the defense trying to tighten down here. They're going to hold him to a gain of 3, and that's going to set up 3rd and goal. That one, taken in. Touchdown, Browns. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, that offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 2, and he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Dolphins offense ready to get back at it. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts. 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. In motion, Besh. Play action. It's Wilson. Throw right side is taken in by Besh. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Williams gets it from the pistol. And I don't think he got there. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here's Austin McNamara now as he's on to punt for Miami. Very nice return. He takes it up past the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Out of the gun. He'll throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. Back to the air one more time. Quick throw, taken in. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw again. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
When you run these quick smokes or tunnels, wide receiver screens, they go by a variety of names. When you throw the ball to your wide receiver behind the line of scrimmage, you're counting on the defense playing very soft, and it's all going to be run after the catch. He's able to pick up enough here to bring up 1st down. Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
That's a short one, caught by Loveland. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. They have converted twice on third down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think if you're willing to throw it there, it tells us everything we need to know about the decision coming up here on 4th down. He didn't have anything available, threw it away, and I think in this part of the field, you got to really think hard about going for it.
So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Skywatch and our EA Sports halftime report.
Our look around the NFL starts now. We begin at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. The Raiders at home to take on the Chargers in the AFC West. And this is the former Gator, Chim DK. He's going to stretch the field here, and this one is on target. 49 yards for the touchdown. The Chargers continue to have enough. They make it 5 straight wins to start the new year. With that, here's a look at the rest of the action from around the NFL here in Week 5, the first weekend of October. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Play action, he'll set up to throw. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. The handoff. Here comes Hall. Whoa! And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Another run here with Paul. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. 12 more yards from him there and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hall. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Now this time they'll look to throw. His throw left side is complete. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's got Loveland free left side. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 7.
They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seed he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Browns will extend their third quarter lead. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. A short game, down to the 7. Here now, second down and goal. Now, faking the give. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. His 4th TD grab of the season. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
He'll drop to throw. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. And they will not be able to add with a 2-point conversion.
I don't mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Dolphins offense make their way out to take over once more. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Wilson now off the bootleg. Off he goes. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble. They go play action with Wilson. That one on target to Watson. And he will go all the way. Christian Watson, touchdown Dolphins. That touchdown number 1 for him on the year.
That was a big-time answer by this offense, and they really needed him. In this game, it looked like he was starting to get away, didn't it, Mike? I mean, now it's up to their defense. Can they get a stop of their own so they can get their offense back out there, get the ball back, and try to build off this last drive?
The extra point is good, and the Dolphins are able to cut into the deficit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Browns offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. The drive begins with a run, and it's home. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Off play action, he'll set up to throw. Backs to the tight end, Loveland. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line.
That's another Browns first down.
They'll run it out of the gun, and it's home. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They will run it over center with Hall. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Kenneth Grant in there on the tackle. 3rd and 2. They'll try and throw for it, and he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On the run, here's Hall. Hall is hit. He's lost the football. And the defense comes up with a big turnover. Maybe this will turn this game around.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The Dolphins offense and Javonte Williams getting set for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Play action. Now, Wilson. There's to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10. They run over center with Williams. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. They'll bring up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. 20 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Miami.
First down. It's a gain of 20.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle 3rd of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
Back to throw. Wilson. Here's a screen set up to Williams. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Browns offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. That is Joey Bosa getting in there to bring him down. His 1st sack of the season.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
They'll set up the screen to Hall, and that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. Throwing now on 3rd and long. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns getting their punting team out there as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And it's a good return here. He's going to set his guys up with outstanding field position. The Dolphins offense ready to take over possession of the football. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. Forced out wide. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
Certain guys just have a knack for making splash plays, and I don't even think you can really coach it. I mean, this guy, first he has a pick, now a sack. He comes up with a fumble recovery, Mike. He's getting the football equivalent of a hat trick, and there's no mistake about it. This guy is balling.
That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted. It's the former Cal Bear, Noel Williams.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Browns offense getting set to get back to work. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Again, here's Hall. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
And he'll be brought down past the 30. That is good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
And the Browns, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll go again here with Charbonnet. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and taken by Loveland. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Big throw there. That's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open. So the incompletion brings up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Browns. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now it's York for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Browns will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. Past midfield. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, when you've given up this many points, you're going to get quite the workload with your return units, and that's a really good effort right there. I mean, it's going to get lost anytime you have a one-sided game like this, but that's great determination on that run.
Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They're in tremendous starting field position after the kick return. They start with 1st and 10 up beyond midfield. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Jack Best that time, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Wilson going for it all. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. Browns offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. It's a Browns 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down. Space getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Here's Charbonnet. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. That one is complete. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Cade York and the field goal unit coming on the field. This about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Browns add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
On the return, here's James. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to get back at it. Things not looking good. But see if we get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
So many of these possessions start with negative plays on 1st down, and you're just going to hear every offensive coordinator stress. It is so important we don't fall behind the sticks, but when you just can't pass protect and give your quarterback time, this is going to continue to happen.
This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss. I think that's the sign of a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's already got 2 picks on the day. Certainly doesn't want to throw a 3rd, so good decision. Just throw it away.
To return, it is Turpin. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Browns offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
They'll again with Hall. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Now Charbonnet. Not much happening there. Just a short gain. 2nd down, 8 yards to go.
It's 2nd and 8.
Give up the middle with Hall. And he's going to have the first down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On the give, it's Hall. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. 2nd down and 3. So the Dog Pound celebrates. It's a win for the Browns. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dog Pound's happy. It's a win for the Browns as we say farewell from Cleveland.